In the Matrix, Neo himself wasn't the one. It was the program that was inside Neo that was the one. In the Matrix, Neo had a program within him called the One, which essentially made him a part of the Matrix source code, granting him the ability to manipulate the simulated reality and perform extraordinary feats within the Matrix, like flying and stopping bullets, essentially giving him superhuman powers within the virtual world. Key points about Neo's machine. Prime program. This is the technical term for the code that made Neo the One and allowed him to control the Matrix. This is almost like Optimus Prime with Transformers and how they were looking for the Allspark, but let's not go there. Unconscious potential. Neo was chosen because he had this unique code within him from birth, which was only unlocked through his experiences in the Matrix. Now remember, your DNA is code. Within the program, Neo could bend the rules of the Matrix, allowing him to perform actions that will be impossible for normal humans in the simulated world. Side note, if Neo contained the program, the One, then what program did the Oracle contain? So what program was the Matrix? Keep in mind that Morpheus was the god of dreams. When was the Matrix installed would imply time. So what was the first program that the architect created? And again, I'll ask you, what program was inside of the Oracle? Now, Morpheus was telling Neo to wake up because he was in a dream, which fits the description for Morpheus's character. Now, Neo had to remember who he was. Take a look at the amygdala and the hippocampus. I should warn you that this lecture is not going to go where you think it's going to go. Now, before moving on, I should tell you that the amygdala and the hippocampus has often been compared to a seahorse or a goat. So time is memory, memory is time. The sea-goat, seahorse, ram is symbolizing Chronos, Saturn, the Lord of Time. And in this picture right behind Saturn, you can see the 3 stars representing Orion, but that's another lecture. So to clarify, so you aren't confused, Morpheus, the god of dreams, took Neo into the real world, which was the dream world. And the Matrix was our living world, our waking life. So the virtual world was the waking life, and when Neo entered into the real world, that was when we go to sleep at night. And when you go to sleep at night, your hippocampus is connected to your pineal gland through melatonin secretion, which sends you into the real world. Now, the metaphor, stream of consciousness. Let me read this highlighted section. The concurrence of sensations in one common stream of consciousness on the same cerebral highway enables those of different senses to be associated as readily as the sensations of the same sense. Now remember, Chronos ruled over all of the descendants of the earth and the sky. Your hippocampus is ultimately connected to the Akashic record. So daily when you go to sleep, your hippocampus plays back your daily memories, but when you have the ultimate sleep, meaning you leave your physical body, your pineal gland plays back the Akashic record, which is the bigger picture, aka your entire life in this incarnation. But when you are born, when you incarnate into this life, like I said in the other video, and your brain is in the theta stage, you have a bunch of agents, if you will, that are entered into your body to help suppress your memory. And it's my belief that if somebody has a healthy relationship with their placenta when they are incarnated into this life, then they can remember past life memories. There's an entire department in Virginia, parapsychology, that is dedicated to finding these children that remember past lives. So the placenta's health during pregnancy can impact a baby's brain development, which can affect memory and learning later in life. So in a way, the placenta is like your flash drive that is containing your memories from past life experiences. and important instructions for you to understand and overstand those childhood traumas that happened to you up until the age of 7. Okay, so diving deeper, your DNA is a code. If you alter the code, you can change the memory. Okay, so this paper about computer security and privacy leak is talking about how researchers can hack computers with DNA. They can place malware on DNA. The use of DNA for handling computer information is slowly becoming a reality. If hackers did pull off the trick, the researchers say they could potentially gain access to valuable intellectual property or possibly taint genetic analysis like criminal DNA testing. You can also use this hacking technology for like an Inception type of scenario, like the film Inception, but let's not go there. Companies could even potentially place malicious code in the DNA of genetically modified products as a way to protect trade secrets, the researchers suggest. Side note, and something for you to ponder, can genetically modified material in food alter your DNA as well? There are a lot of interesting, or threatening, maybe a better word, applications of this in the coming future. Now, there was a video going around a while ago that went into detail about how Microsoft was studying how to insert a computer inside of a nucleus of a cell. That video was banned, but I'll just show you this headline. Microsoft developing computer made from DNA to solve the problem of cancer as if it were a bug. Microsoft hopes the computer can live inside the cells and look for faults in bodily networks. If it spots cancer, it could reboot the system and clear it of the disease. Now, Microsoft in this scenario is particularly interesting because CRISPR debuted 10 years ago in a paper hardly anyone noticed. Now, this was June 2022, meaning that CRISPR debuted in 2012. Also in 2022, which is interesting, new CRISPR-based map ties every human gene to its function. How is that possible for a new company on the scene? This is the Broad Institute. The Broad Institute, they financed, helped start up CRISPR, and they helped to run the Human Genome Project. Now, CRISPR, programmable DNA scissors found for bacterial immune system, it declared, hinting that the discovery could lead to a new editing tool for genomes. Now, when you alter DNA, you can reprogram memory. Now, from this article, biology and computing are disciplines which seem like chalk and cheese, but which have very deep connections on the most fundamental level. Memories are made by breaking DNA and fixing it. Nerve cells from long-term memories with the help of inflammatory response study in mice finds. I can't read all these articles, but I implore you to. Memories pass between generations. Experiments show that a traumatic event could affect the DNA in sperm and alter the brains and behavior of subsequent generations. The experiences of a parent, even before conceiving, markedly influence both structure and function of the nervous system of subsequent generations. You can pause to read this entire thing, this study that they did with mice. This part substantiates the prior claim. From Yahoo, researchers have found a way to help erase bad memories. Now, for those who want to dive deeper in the rabbit hole, DNA gives colloidal crystals shape-shifting and memory abilities. Tiny DNA molecules show liquid crystal phases, pointing to new scenario for first life on Earth. This pretty much states that DNA is like liquid crystal, and there are certain tones, sounds that can activate DNA. Side note, ask yourself why the bells were banned. Morpheus was leading Neo to DNA activation. What was Morpheus using for this DNA activation? Is it a coincidence that CRISPR was introduced in 2012 and Mandela effects happened in 2013? Well, guess who has a strong connection to the Broad Institute? Yeah, it's Bill Gates. So Morpheus, the god of dreams, was getting Neo to activate his DNA so the one program can come online. An update on recent advances in targeted memory reactivation during sleep. So in the Matrix, the Sentinels try to invade the real world and take over. It's similar to AI invading your brain and your dreams. In the beginning, the earth was formless and empty. In Greek, Morpheus means form. Also, it's noteworthy to mention that Neo started the Matrix sleeping, which is the precursor to dreaming. Now, in our waking life, there has been computer code found in our reality, in the very fabric of nature, thanks to physicist James Gates. And let's not forget that your DNA is literally like computer code. Now, the architect could be likened to Saturn, right? Chronos is connected to the demiurge, and Saturn is the god who traps people into this material world. In Gnosticism, the demiurge is a creator figure associated with the planet Saturn and the idea of a material illusion. The demiurge is a lesser defined figure who created the material world. The demiurge is sometimes identified with Yahweh, the God of the Hebrew Bible. The demiurge is sometimes portrayed as arrogant, ignorant, and malevolent. In Gnosticism, Saturn is one of the 7 stars that are presided over by an archon. The spear of the 7 stars is thought to be presided over by different archons. 7th heaven. You know, on different ancient sites, there are these 7 stars that are seen throughout the world. Those 7 stars, often referred to as Pleiades, could be the archons that are referred to in Gnosticism. Now, throughout the Matrix series, there are black cubes representing Chronos, representing Saturn. The Matrix is a simulated world where people are trapped by time in cyclical loops. Chronos is the god of time, the demiurge. Now, in Greek, oracle means to speak. Words are spoken. In the beginning, the word was God, and God was the word. So if consciousness is a program, the oracle is the operating system. Another way of saying this is a direct connection to source, so a link to prophecy. So another way of viewing this, if we are finding computer code in our reality, and scientists are now saying that our consciousness is streamed from another dimension, this is the Matrix. Now, to get outside of the Matrix, Morpheus took Neo to Zion. Zion is a synonym for heaven. And if Morpheus is the god of dreams and he took Neo to Zion, what does that tell you about dreams? So you are conditioned to believe that we have about 95% junk DNA, okay? As you journey throughout the Matrix, your DNA can be activated. You can allow the system to fully run the program if you remember who you are, which is what Morpheus was trying to get Neo to remember, that he is the one. Our reality is here at the top where it says awake. That's our waking life, where we are going through this time loops, right? You go to sleep, the sun comes, the sun leaves, you go back to sleep, like we go through loops, okay? And then at the bottom where it says RAM, the rapid eye movement, that is Zion. This is where you have your dreams. So heaven is literally a state of mind. And remembering who you are is not just a figure of speech. It's a key to opening the door. It activates your DNA. The last thing that I'll say is, have you ever heard of somebody doing an ayahuasca journey or taking dimethyltryptamine? They often meet light beings, the archons. Well, DMT is the same liquid that is secreted by your pineal gland that induces the dream, that with the melatonin. The pineal gland is the seat of the soul. It secretes melatonin and it secretes dimethyltryptamine and melanin. And many believe that the pineal gland can activate dormant DNA. Some could even say the pineal gland has a strong connection to Morpheus, which is why he is the god of dreams. Let me just leave you with this, because this can go on forever. The pineal gland is light sensitive, meaning that in order to enter into the astral realm, the sun has to leave your area, the moon comes, and then you enter into the astral realm. We've talked about the connection between the moon and Saturn before. So in the beginning, the creator said, "Let there be light." Alright, so I hope this lecture was able to help birth some ideas. If you want to see more content like this, make sure you like, share, and follow. Also, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. I'll see you all next time. Peace.
5D Mystery School.